welcome back to another episode of Gossip Chronicles with Jen, and I'm back with Drew. Hey, Drew, how you been?
Hi guys, I'm good. It's officially birthday month.
Oh, stop. You have been celebrating since it became October 1st, so I don't even want to hear it.
Cheers to all the Libras.
Yes. Are you even
Or
hungover today?
Scorpios too.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit earlier this morning, I gotta say maybe.
Yeah,
went
because listen, to all of the listeners, we were supposed to do this podcast yesterday, and unfortunately, I got a disturbing FaceTime from Drew in the backseat, just walling out with a whole bottle of
Oh my
wine.
God.
And he's like, "Friend, I don't think I can make it." And I was like, "Absolutely not. You were a wreck."
I apologize in advance. I'm sorry.
No, it was funny. It was so funny. But yeah, so shout out to you in celebrating your birthday month, because you are one of those peeps.
I'm trying to be.
I wanted to give a shout out to my shirt. Look how cute this shirt is.
That is cute.
It is. I wanted to wear it because we're wrapping up Hispanic Heritage Month, and I got this cute shirt as a gift. And so shout out to Carla and Co. They have really, really cute shirts. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to their little business.
That's cute.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to also start off with some cheese-may of the week, because I got some cheese-may.
Okay.
But
you go first.
No, because mine is, I'm gonna probably rant on mine. Like, I have a feeling it's one of those topics that you're like, once you get set off, like, oh, she gone. She is gone.
Oh, she's down the deep end.
She might be. So let's start with yours, and hopefully yours isn't as bad as mine. So go for it.
I just think I need to come up with a new one, because the last two times has been about gas. And and I saw for the very first time this weekend gas at $7.09
Oh my, where at?
in Los Angeles.
Stop it.
So I saw that, and I think I heard on the news that they're really next year, the next couple of years, they're going to start really pushing on electric vehicles. So they said that we might be seeing gas prices like near the $10 mark.
I know. I saw that on TikTok, where people were also chiming in on all of the gas prices, and people were chiming in on all of the chats saying, like, when is it going to be enough? Because it's just increasing and increasing and increasing. And they're saying, what, when we get to $10? And that is just so crazy to even think that we're paying $7 a gallon right now for gas. Like, it's just crazy. It's a crazy, crazy time.
Yeah, so I think that's my cheese-may still. Until those gas prices go down, just be ready to hear about it.
See, I don't know if I could do electric cars. Like, and don't get me wrong, I think that they're cool, but also the thing is that electricity is expensive. So I get that you are saving the planet, you're doing all those things, but those batteries that go into those electric cars aren't even good for the earth or the planet or whatever. It's not good anyways. But I am this person who loves to listen to true crime podcasts. So, like, my mind is always in flight or fight mode, and I know that sounds so crazy and like stressful, but that's just who I am, so deal with it. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if a zombie apocalypse happens, or like, I don't know, another aliens sighting happens, and I gotta get in my car and go, but yet my little thing has to be charged up, where like you have to sit there and like hope that you don't get eaten by zombies while your car is being charged up. Where like gas, it's just a quicker turnaround. You know what I mean? So like my mind hasn't really like grasped the whole, zooming around town. Totally, I can do that. But like, if I got to jet out of town so I'm not getting eaten by aliens, I need a fuel. I need fuel.
Yeah.
Get me going.
Well, I remember during the summer they were telling people only charge your car if needed, because of the grid or whatever, like just couldn't handle the
Isn't
amount.
that
So it's
crazy?
like, I don't know, we'll see. But they're
I
supposed to be
know.
pushing that.
Well, that's the thing too, is because like concert tickets, right? Concert tickets are
Oh,
so stupid expensive. And if you don't buy them when they're on pre-sale, these people are buying bulk and they're reselling them at such an extreme amount, and people are paying. So it's like, oh, okay, we're going to keep doing this and doing this and doing this. And
yeah.
so when that first started happening, I was like, I'm going on strike. I'm not going to another concert until that, like, Live Nation or Ticketmaster, they get that all figured out. But then
Hmm.
there was artists coming out, and mind you, we just came out of COVID, so I was like, I can't miss. I want to go to these things. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's hard. It's hard to boycott. Like people are like, don't put gas or don't drive that day. But it's hard to stop your life so that other people can help us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. But so my cheese man,
Okay.
bear yourself.
Mhm.
I have to talk about people's comments on social media. Being
Oh.
girlfriend, I am coming for you. I am coming for you.
I'm happy. Thank you very much.
Yes, like who do people think they are? Okay, so backstory, right? I posted a 1 minute, we are talking 60 seconds of a 56-minute episode, right? So it was last week's episode. And I don't know, there's a lot of people who may not know the not backstory, but like behind the scenes. That's the word I want to use. Behind the scenes that go into content creating. So not just podcasts, but also like people who do get ready with me videos, like all of that stuff, right? There's a lot of apps that you can use AI services. And so basically, what it does is it helps promote you in a better way, right? So it takes out chunks of your clips, like in this case, are the podcast clip. And what it does is it basically thinks like, ooh, that's controversial, or ooh, that's got a pot twist to it. Pot twist? Plot twist. um, and so basically just kind of pre-generates these things for you. So it makes it a lot easier. And that's
Mhm.
exactly what I had used this software. And so I, posted it, whatever. And this lady, she came for me and my little sister. And I had this, like, I literally at first I was like, yay, I got my first bad comment. But she literally took a 60-second clip and was like, I don't even know verbatim right now. I'm just laughing, but she was like, "You guys both seem like you're very unhappy with your life. So sad." And I'm like, "Listen, Karen,
Yeah.
when you listen to the rest of the 55 minutes of the podcast, please let me know your thoughts, because you literally have no idea what you're talking about." And she like, my thing is can you imagine if I was a very fragile person or like had some mental issues going on? You can't just say things like that to people and you have no idea the topic. Like the clip that I had in there, I was talking about the NFL and the way that they are broadcasting Taylor Swift in the stands with all of her friends instead of promoting the actual player on the field. And so that was my controversial part of it. But I don't know. It gave me an ick for real, because I was like,
Mhm.
she did not.
That's
She
what
had,
she said. I just
yes,
checked it.
she literally had no idea the context of like what I was even talking about. But that's the thing that like it drives me insane, that people literally just like butt in into like, it's almost like in a mid conversation and someone was to walk up and be like, "What are you talking about?" Going ham on you, and you're like, it's not that serious. It's
Yeah.
not that serious. So I just think that like people literally need to back up on like the comment, and it's not just on me. I'm not like, for one,
Mhm.
I will call you out on it. Okay. So if that happens, I'm going to start taking clips from I don't know if people listen to I've Had It podcast, but they are absolutely amazing. They are so funny. I love both of them. When I grow up, I want to be just like them. But they actually take all of their bad comments and they read them while they're doing the next podcast, and then they just laugh about them. So if that's going to continue, I'm definitely going to pull a page out of their book and we're just going to go read them off, because I was like, did that just happen? Did that really just happen? So I don't know. What are your thoughts on people and their comments on social media?
Well, that's one thing I've heard is that's what they're saying is these movie stars and these rappers and the celebrities, I guess I should say, celebrities as a whole, they're too accessible from from
Mhm.
us.
Right.
You
I
know,
see
like
that. Yeah.
we can just access them by a simple comment, like you said, by a simple
Mhm.
video. Now, it's been happening for years, but people just slide into other like celebrities' DMs.
Yes, and then
You
they
know,
say awful things. Awful
yeah.
things.
So I mean, they're just so we're just so accessible to each other now, and I know that people go to posts specifically just to read the comments.
Right.
You know, and
Yes, and
so
that's what's crazy is I also think that people go on social media just to be an a-hole because they
hateful.
can. Yeah, because they literally, what kind of punishment do they get? Like when you're mean to your sibling, what happens? You're grounded. You don't act like that. You have no phone for a week, or
Mm-hmm.
you all of that stuff gets taken away. But when you're an adult and you're doing it on social media, the only thing, you're suspended for 2 days. You can't get onto your Twitter twatter and post like that no more. There's no real punishment for people in the way that they actually talk to one another on these things. And again, we're all not going to like the same type of music. We're all not going to like artists that you like. I may not like them, vice versa. The same food groups, like all of those things. I just feel it's what makes us unique and different. But it's like, if you don't like what I like, then go F you. It's too much. It's a lot, but that's my chisme. I
Yeah,
told you I was going left.
a lot of it is my way or the highway.
Right.
So,
It's like, it's not that serious. Like, no, whatever. I'm telling you, I could literally go off on a tangent on that. But
and thank and
anywho.
thankfully the comment that was provided to you was just like a measly, like sneaky comment, but
Mhm.
you got to understand, like, thankfully in this case it was something that we could laugh about and it's
Right.
silly, but some of these people, like, they take this to heart. Like, social media can really make or break you
Oh,
nowadays,
for sure. And it's so sad because you don't know what somebody else is going through. You have no idea. Like, yes, it's a facade. Oh, they posted a story or whatever, but you really truly do not know what that person is going through. And your horrible comment could probably push them.
push them over the edge.
And that's not okay. Like, for what reason? Like, what joy do you get out of it to be a social media asshole? That's a
Hey,
question. You
that's a
know?
good question,
That is the
actually.
great question. And
Hmm.
what's sad too is, I have a 6-year-old, and I feel like the way of the world, it's only getting worse and worse and worse. And I seriously just had this conversation with one of my coworkers, and her daughter just turned 12. And I said, at some point I have to ask the question, but when is it okay for a little kid to become present on social media? Because nowadays you want to protect them so much of the horrible people in the world. And that's the number one start is social media. So it's like, when is a good
Yeah.
age to allow them to be on social media?
And you know what? Unfortunately, I can't answer that question because
Right.
I'm not a father. I'm not a uncle yet. So, I can't really say it, but that's a good question. I know that for a fact, if I was a parent, I would be probably one of those parents that get on your
Hmm.
nerves, always in your business, just
Right.
listening on the other side of the door, because I was given so much free will as
Yeah.
a kid that I seeked um like structure. I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
all my other friends with moms and dads and going to dinner and having supper and and I just had my mom and my grandmother, my sister, and it's like
Right.
I wanted that. So
Mhm.
it's just it is crazy
Yeah.
nowadays.
Now it's just a balance of being able to talk to your child, to ask them like, what is it you're going through? Let me see your social media. And it's not to like be interrogating you, but it's because I want to keep you safe. There's so many different ways now that you have to like, what is your kid sending out in the world and all of that stuff. It's a crazy, crazy change, especially the way I grew up. My mom was very strict with me.
Mhm.
Um, I went to Catholic school. I had to make sure I had all my homework done, and had somewhat of good grades. I wasn't an easy student either. I had some trouble and stuff. So like my mom was, no, you're going to graduate and stuff. So it's like the change is different, like yes, academics is still important, but now it's like, hey, get off social media, where it wasn't like that for me when I was a kid. I was always outside. I was always,
Mm.
running around with other kids. So
Mhm.
definitely crazy. I kind of want to hear what everybody else has to think of when is a good time for kids to go on social media. I told my daughter the other day, I said, Mommy didn't have MySpace until she was 20. So that means you can't have Instagram until you're
Right.
20 because
I
it wasn't
know.
present with us. We didn't have it.
And that's basically all that we had, that now that I think about it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's right.
I know. But I was going to ask you, did you actually see Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
Yes, I have
Okay.
watched it.
So that is the thing that's so crazy, is because um I don't even know like how to like where to even begin with all of that, because the thing that happened with Lisa Barlow when they went to and I know
Palm
I'm a little bit,
Springs?
yeah, I know I'm a little bit late on that episode just because I forgot that it even started. I had to go like binge watch all of it because I was like, when did it start? Um, but I was kind of with the girl Monica, and she bringing it up like you are not aware of like your surroundings. I have to say I applaud her in that situation, because it is kind of hard. Like she did mention about this stupid $60,000 ring, but first of all, can we hold up? Who the hell like are you, like if you became, I wouldn't even say rich, but like came on money, would you be wearing $60,000 jewelry while traveling?
Honestly, I really don't wear jewelry anymore, so that would be a
Mhm.
no for me. But if anything, I mean, you must have insurance. Go get
You
another
better.
ring.
I know.
But I know for a fact I would have given her 2 minutes of my time, and then I would have been on that sprinter. Like, okay, well, we gotta go. You own multiple companies. Sorry, girl, get another one.
Right. I
But
know. Go ahead.
but I like Monica, is it?
Mhm.
Because she is, I feel more like I like them. Heather's my favorite, but
Yes.
Monica, since she's the newest one, I just feel she's more relatable to the normal like woman. And what I mean by that is like, she was folding up her own swaddles in her
I
living
know.
room.
I loved that.
And when
I
her and Lisa were talking about, I don't remember the names that Lisa was running, she was throwing out of the designers, like
Oh yeah.
Balmain, and then she was like
I have
Zara,
no idea.
Steve
Yes.
Madden, like,
I loved that moment. That was a
so
beautiful moment.
yeah, so I like her a lot because more of the normal day that we would interact with
Yes,
or be our friend.
absolutely.
Yeah.
She's more relatable on a personal level for majority of the viewers. And
Yeah.
no offense or anything to people who do have money, but it's not like these rich people are sitting at home watching the Real Housewives.
It's just I
So,
don't I haven't reached that caliber of money yet to
right.
have that mind frame to even think I'm at that level, because there are levels clearly if you're
Oh,
walking
for
around.
sure.
So, but yeah, I like that. I just think that in the end of the day, somebody has that ring.
Oh, for
I think somebody really does
sure.
have that ring, unfortunately. Like,
For
not
sure.
in the cast, but I
No.
think somebody in that bathroom found it.
Come on. Especially not even that, but she's yelling out in the bathroom. It's a $60,000 ring. Like, be quiet. Why are you yelling out? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, that was one thing she shouldn't have done.
She's one of those people where like if you're like, "Oh, I like your jacket. Oh, thank you is $30,000." Like, why do you got to put a price tag on it? You just be like, it's a compliment, or say the designer's name. But then again, also again with Monica, you do have to know your surroundings. When she said Zara Steve
Mhm.
Madden, I was like,
Mhm.
"Yes, girl. Yes," because that's
Yeah.
realistic.
That's
That's
us. That's what we're used
yeah.
to right now. Like, that's what we're used to growing up and stuff. Like, we don't shop at Prada or Balmain or anything like that yet. So,
I love
I
how
don't,
you
and
threw in that yet because
yeah, because
manifest, manifest.
I don't care. At the end of the day, I own a t-shirt or something, a pair of socks.
A nice pair of chonies.
Something, yeah, an undershirt,
Yes.
something, yeah, a cuff link. So I'll own something, but I mean, yeah, I like
Yeah.
her. It's
I
a good
I
addition.
It is. It is. It's a breath of fresh air. And I have to say too, I like how she's one of those girls who people were saying, "Oh, she flip-flops." I don't think that's the case. I think she calls out what she doesn't like in a moment. Like if you're acting a certain way in that moment, she's going to call you out.
Mhm.
Cuz she has done it to each person so far, but I am I'm kind of excited to see where she goes, but that whole Palm Springs situation was a disaster. Would you have stayed or would you have left?
Uh, I don't know. I honestly, first and foremost, real talk, I don't even think if I was God, what's her name? She has the one that came with Whitney.
Oh, Angie.
Angie, I wouldn't have came. I don't think I
No,
would have
that was
came
so
first and foremost.
rude.
So I think she was doing that already to stir up
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Um, but I find that they like to throw like I feel like they like to throw people under like the bus sometimes.
Oh, I know for sure. They call out everybody's business. But I guess, again, that's why you're on the reality TV show. But I feel like they're in every season and not seasons, I'm sorry, every cast. So like, Orange County, Beverly Hills,
Mhm.
New Jersey, there's
Mhm.
always that one girl in the group who has the lock and key to everybody's business.
But do you feel at the same time like each time each season like someone plays a different role like
Well,
in
oh yeah.
OC like how somehow some way Heather this season was like the villain like everybody was
Yeah.
like I feel like that's also like some type of strategic stuff as well as like somebody always has to be the
I
bad guy.
know. I wonder if well, I'm sure this is like if the producers go out and like, okay, this is your year, you got to step it up. You're going to
Right.
be the villain this year. I wonder if it is like that. I
Would you
wonder
do
if like
reality
doing
TV?
you know what? I don't know. I don't know because I feel like you are very very critiqued. When Lisa Barlow had that breakdown when she was like, "This is my face. I'm not taking my makeup off." Like for me, that was like an awe moment because she's insecure. And that obviously shined when she said that. When she was like, no one touches my face and I can't be on camera without makeup and only my makeup artist can do my makeup. I honestly feel like she allowed to show what her insecurities are. And it's very common for women to have an insecurity, whether it be their body or whether their hair or their face, whatever it may be.
Mhm.
But I do feel like you open up a Pandora's box for just you have too many wrinkles or you do too much Botox or you tan too much. Like when she went tanning and she got a facial and she put her face in there, you could see that she had a lot
Mhm.
of skin damage.
Mhm.
But that's also like that'll put me with the Kardashians. Like look how scrutinized they get over their life.
Just
Like I
every
don't
little thing, yeah.
Yes. Well, you wanted to do reality TV. Do you really
I
think deep down that you could do it?
I mean, I would definitely give it my all. Like, I would literally, like whoever I was with, I would just literally sit down and just be like, let's just like Chris did. She was like, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna give it 110%. We're gonna do it all.
Right.
I would do it and try it at least once. The only thing that I would be worried about um is either friendships or relationships being broken because of that.
Right. And that's the thing is I feel like people come out of the woodworks to either A, be on the show, or B, get you like people to look at you differently. And they'll tell
Like
all your chisme, all your drama, all your skunkaritanes that you do on the weekends.
exactly, behind closed doors. And
Yes.
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 And yeah, and that's another thing that I'm worried about is like everybody does have some skeletons in their
Of
closet.
course. Yes.
I barely can close my closet because I have so many in there. It
You're
won't let
pushing
me.
some under the rug now.
At this point, I'm finding another compartment. But it's just like that's another thing is once you are on that television screen, actually, once it hits the internet,
Mm-hmm.
once anything hits the internet, it's gone.
It's
There's no
done.
way.
Yeah,
Once one person sees it, there's stuff shared so quickly out there nowadays, like it's crazy. So
it's sad because with the situation with Margaret from Real Housewives of New Jersey, when her ex best friend went around and was telling all of their stuff, I really feel like that was a sad moment because I can't imagine. My best friend has been my best friend since we were in 6th, 7th grade. She knows a lot of my dirty details. And can you imagine a person of that caliber who knows so much to hold information and then they just go run wild and say whatever? It's almost like you would have to have your friends sign an NDA and for like 30 years, 30, 40 years.
Well, that's what I mean. My little sister has hung out with I think maybe even dated a rapper and some stars, Chris Brown being one of them. And nowadays they give up your phone, sign this, because once you leave, whatever happens in this vicinity, once you leave this door, you can't say nothing.
Right. And that's so sad because you know why? You're a paid hush girl. Like that's it. You're there because for a certain reason. The way you look, the way your body is, who knows what they're wanting you to do. And then the problem is like sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I want to take pictures on this yacht and show everybody else like where I'm at, and you can't. It's a lie. Like you weren't there. You really weren't there.
You said it. Like it's not as if it didn't even happen.
Yeah, because there's no evidence.
100%.
Well, okay, speaking of evidence, so did you see we like receipts. We like receipts.
Yeah.
With the Kardashians, because I literally came across, somebody sent it to me, a video of a interview that Travis Barker did a while ago. I think I sent it to you too, but I don't remember if I did or not. And I literally like jawed to the ground. Like I could not believe my ears. And these were out of his own mouth because he wrote a book and I've never read his book. So I can't really tell you verbatim like what it said, but pretty much how he was in love with Kim Kardashian when he was with Paris Hilton. And now he's married to Kourtney. I literally got the biggest ick of my life. Like, what? That was in his book?
It's kind of like when you live in that, they say like Beverly Hills is real small. And
right, I've heard that too.
When you have all that money, I mean, everybody at some point ends up hanging out with another person and then it gets back to something. But to have it in a book to read, like you can't, like there's no going back. Like that's published and ready to go, bro.
Her unborn child will be able to read that. Be like, my Aunt Kim. Like, is that what you're talking about? My Aunt Kim? Like, that is just the weirdest thing to me I've ever heard, for him to be able to publicly admit that. And he also went onto an interview when he was doing promotions for the book and he was stating all of this stuff. I was like, no wonder why they're beefing with each other, because at the end of the day, you have to think he had those feelings for her at some point. he said, and I think, you can't quote me because again, I don't know it verbatim, but
Yeah.
pretty much how he couldn't stop staring at her body and how
Mm,
he thought she was the most beautiful woman he's ever seen.
yeah.
And then, obviously his ex, Shayna Moakler, came out and was like, they had an
Yeah, the
affair.
text messages.
Yes. So there
Mhm.
had to be some truth to it. But I think that when they became a couple, Courtney and Travis, Kim obviously was like, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to
Yeah.
admit anything. And I think that that's where the turmoil comes from.
I don't know. Do you think Courtney has read the book?
Come on. Are you
Do
serious?
you think so?
Like that has to be, not even if you haven't read the book, but now it's all over. People were doing news articles about it, putting it in the
Yeah.
tabloids, and people are doing these TikToks, all of those things. She has to know. Come on. She
Yeah.
has to know.
And I love Shayna. She's beautiful. Shout out to Shayna.
I know. I know.
I
I
love
felt
her.
bad for her when she came out publicly stating, whatever happened between Kim and Travis.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think something happened? Like honest.
I mean, I, I don't know because you know what? I would have said no. I'm going to correct myself because I almost said something. So I would have said no. But with Kim just recently dating Pete, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, Travis and Pete, they kind of have the same look. They're skinny. They're
Yeah.
that type of like
Bad boy vibe.
bad boy vibe. Yes.
Yes.
So I would say, I want to say maybe,
Yeah.
I can't say that she was like, oh, she was drunk because, Kim really doesn't even
Drink
drink like
now.
that. But
But
before
this
I
is also
forget,
at a different era though, too. This
they were
is,
young. But do you
yeah,
think that Kim would do that to Paris?
man, I don't.
That's like,
Paris also probably was doing her own damn thing, Von Dutching it up.
oh, oh my God, Von Dutch.
Like, come on. I seriously, who knows? Who knows what those people were capable of doing at that time because they were still young with lots of money, paparazzi everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't know. The
That's
secret lies
why.
with all of just them. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they all ran in the same circle at some point. Like, go to
Mm-hmm.
this person's party, go to this restaurant, go to this club. So I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, just all they could say is, you know what? We were young.
I know.
There's nothing there. He obviously loves you, Courtney. He doesn't love me. We were young, whatever.
Stupid,
Just,
yeah. But that's like kind of weird. Okay, so like let's just put it into actual reality.
like if Melissa did that to you or something,
Yeah, like
or Raylene, or
yeah, like oh hey, I dated this guy. Not even dated him, but like this is where it gets weird because
Mhm.
he pretty much dedicated, I don't know if it's a chapter or if it's a good portion of the book. I'm going to have to read it now just to do better research of it, but I
We can
don't.
read it together.
Yes, you can read it to me, okay? Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like he basically in the book was pronouncing how much he thought she was so beautiful and how he just wanted to kiss her even though he was with Paris. So the way that it was written out, it had to be gut wrenching, whether she did read it or not. Someone of the family has to know this book,
Yeah.
what it said. I don't know. I don't think I would be able to do it. I think that in the beginning I would probably ask about it, and then he obviously was like, oh, now that I know her, I don't like her. Who knows what he said to get himself out of it. But it's almost like it would eat me alive. Like it would eat at my self-esteem a little bit. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
it would kind of make me look at my sister some way, but I think over the years there's some like, when they're on the phone and Kim's like, I don't know why you hate me.
I
Like,
know.
like why is it that you hate me? And I'm going to go off by saying this because this actually really, really resonated with me when Courtney
Mhm.
said this. Remember when they like got in a fight in the makeup room and Kim was
Oh,
like, "You're the
yes.
least interesting to look at"?
Yes.
Okay. Remember when Courtney left and she came back and she was crying and
Yes.
she was like, like, I just want to come to put in my 2 cents or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, yeah.
And Kim was like, well, if I said something that offended you, I'm sorry. And she said, no, Kim, like you meant that. Like you can't take that back. You said that.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
like you thought about that in your mind to say that. There's no going
Mhm.
back. Remember when she was like, I hate you. Like,
Yes.
Courtney, like, you said that,
Yeah.
And I mean, it's our sibling. I mean,
I know.
it's hard to think of siblings actually really truly
Hey.
disliking one another because it does happen.
Yes.
But it's just like when she said that, it kind of was like everything kind of came full circle. I'm like, well, I
Right.
thought to myself, well, now look what
Yeah.
you said, that you literally said, I hate you.
Yeah.
You can't take that back, Court.
I
So,
know.
but they've just been rocky, man.
I
They've
know.
been rocky.
I have to say, if I've seen it, it's sibling rivalry so bad.
And
And
it's like,
they're very different. So it's like enjoy each other's come up.
I don't know. And I get it. I get where she's coming from. But then Kim, her mom has built her, not really all of them are business women.
Yeah, I know.
She's built them to be such businesswomen. And I think now where Kim is at, she's a billionaire.
I know.
And I think it's just once you get like to that point in your mind, like, oh my God, like I can just keep on going and going. And I think
Mhm.
that's where she thrives, is like, let's see how far I can go. Where Courtney, she's been content for
Mhm.
years.
She's very content with her life.
She's been content for years. She's like, we don't need any more money. We don't need this. Kim has a different mindset.
Yes. But she's also been very upfront about that. She was
Yeah,
like, I was
100%.
obsessed. I was obsessed with being famous. And hey, kudos to her to admit it, because there's a lot of people who run the game, and they don't say it, But with her, she's like, no, I was obsessed with being famous. I wanted to be where everybody can see me and the nicest clothes. So I do have to say, like, kudos to her for at least admitting it.
100.
But yeah, she's everywhere right now. Kim has always been everywhere since I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, she's been, I don't want to say it in this. No, I'm not going to even say that. I was going to say she's been around the block, but not in that case. I mean, she
Yeah.
just has so many different adventures when it comes to business. And,
Mhm.
I can't, when I first saw her commercial of the Skims commercial on TV, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like finally, like that's when I finally felt like, God, we're there. Like now we have commercials. Like, why haven't we had commercials for years, And I'm like,
Yeah.
finally, we're there. Like, yes.
I love how just like we are Kim Kardashian
Be-
galore.
just
Like
just like I swear,
you,
Raylene on last week's podcast, I was like, so you hang out with Taylor. So
yes.
Taylor like the back of your hand. Well, Taylor, she only likes to do this. And I'm like, she really knows her. And I'm like, God, I wonder if I sound like that about
Yes,
people.
you do when it comes to Kim Kardashian and Rihanna.
I'm all for the women. I love
Yes.
you women. And
It,
I just think it's so cool to see somebody like, even seeing now, I don't know if you've seen, people on TikTok. Now I'm seeing them in commercials.
I know.
And
I
I
know.
just love when I see people come up. Like, it's just so cool. Like, you were on my telephone screen and now you're on my TV screen. I watched this lady on TikTok. She has like a Italian accent,
Mhm.
and she does cooking videos, and she also sings when she cooks.
Oh, how
And
cute.
I just saw her in a commercial
That
singing,
is,
and I'm like, yes, like I
yes,
love that. Like, I just love to see people come up. It's so amazing.
I know. But see, and I like that. I love that about you, because there's not a lot of people like that anymore. People really, really get like, oh, you're Insta famous, or oh, you're TikTok famous, or whatever. But we're in an era now where if that is your personal small business and you can rock it, go do it. Like, that's amazing, you know?
Man, let me tell you, my sister can post a photo. Even my friend Alyssa used to be able to post a photo, just a regular photo, hi, smile, and get 1,000+ likes.
Mhm.
And I used to be like, damn, why can't that be me? I try to take a photo, 52 likes.
That's
I
a good
remember
number.
I remember I got 100 likes one time. You know what that was on? A video of me and your daughter.
Aw.
I barely got 100 likes like last year of myself. I'm like, and I felt like I was like, nobody can tell me anything.
I'm Insta
and,
famous now.
and then they switched it to the point where now it's like this person and others liked it. Like they took
Yes,
away the numbers, and I'm like, so now I don't know how many people
I
liked
know.
it.
But I think that's a good thing because I think people do get very sucked in on the views and on the
They
it's
do.
crazy.
I
It's
used to be
becomes
that way.
obsessive. People are becoming obsessive over the amount of hearts, the amount of likes, the amount of all. But I get it. I also get it too because obviously now I'm trying to, promote my little podcast. So I get
Yeah,
it because it's like the more hearts you have is meaning the more people are seeing it, the more. But that's not also true either because there's a lot of AI out there. There's a lot of people who they'll literally see something for a nanosecond, heart it, and then go up. So they have no idea, like,
absolutely what they're liking.
yes. So it's
I'm
like,
one of those people.
I love the honesty.
Oh,
I
sorry.
love the honesty.
Honestly, I'm telling you, sometimes I
You're
just
like,
be in a
oh, that
quick
looked like a
moment.
cat. Oh no, it was a raccoon. My bad.
It's squirrel. Okay, sorry. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's what I'm saying. Like people just go ham over just liking stuff and they don't even know what they're liking. Hey,
Mhm.
talking about going back to Real Housewives and like the way people act.
Okay. Can we talk about the background?
Oh, beautiful.
I was like, why is it taking so long?
I know it
That
was
looked so
gorgeous.
amazing.
I literally at first thought that they were actually there when like
I
I
thought
saw
they
the
were on the
clip.
deck.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
I
no.
loved all the colors because that gave
Mhm.
me Miami vibes. I'm like, okay, I see you. Um,
Preparing.
Anybody, if you want to watch the reunion, I suggest if you don't have it already, watch it on TikTok. They probably have a free trial if you need it.
You mean Peacock,
They
not TikTok. Peacock.
Sorry, Peacock. It was one of the
Yes,
yes, okay, sorry. But they have cuss words
I
and
know.
it's like it totally changes the actual episode. It changes
The
the
dynamic.
experience. Yes.
Okay, so
They have potty mouths, you guys.
yes, I did not know that because I literally just got rid of my cable. And so I have Peacock and that's where I watched it. And I'm going to tell you, I was like, dang, Heather said a bad word. It was like jaw to the ground because not fancy pants. Like, oh my
Right.
goodness, she said a bad word.
That kind of shook me too. And it was the F word
I
too. I
know.
was like, oh, she meant that.
Dude, you know what's funny is like my mom, when she listens to my podcast, shout out to mom, she's always like,
Hey,
Jen,
mama.
she's like, I don't like when you cuss. And I'm like, Mom, like, I cover your ears, okay? Because it changes. Sometimes you're like, what the F? But like when you truly say, what the
Yeah.
like, you gotta say it sometimes. So sorry, Mom, but you gotta just give it that oomph that it needs. And that was Heather in that moment. She gave it a good fu, and I'm like, oh.
See, it would have been over for me. Like, I don't, I haven't fought in years, and
Right.
I don't want to, I want to say I'm not a fighter anymore.
Yeah, same.
And, but if somebody threw a napkin in my face like that, do you
Absolutely
understand
not.
how quick I would have been across that table?
Do you know like when you were younger and you used to get a wet napkin and you used to go and then you used to smack them with it? That's what would have
Yes.
happened. I'd have been like, oh, hell no.
Whatever beverage I had in a radius
It would
would
have
have
been all over.
been
Yes.
like, I was like, wow, like that really kind of low key shocked me. That was like fighting.
Yes. Okay, but
Like,
that's the thing is I'm gonna be honest with you. I was super excited to have Tamara back this year, but I'm gonna tell you, she was nasty the whole season, and
to
everything was
that
like,
poor girl, Jen.
I know. Well, everything had an excuse to, I'm sorry, I just drank a lot and I didn't eat. Okay, well, you're calling out everybody else for their drinking, but you're not calling yourself out for your drinking, and you're acting like an a-hole a lot. Like, you need to take a step back.
I want to take a peek at her podcast and see what it's about.
See, that's the thing, is I feel like she's very much different, because she does go on her podcast and she tells it like it is. She says what she wants. She says, like, when you see her in her interviews, that's exactly who she is on her podcast. It's like she doesn't hold back like what she really means and says, and that's why I don't remember who it was.
But that's why they keep on bringing her back.
I know, because she brings the drama. Just the same thing as Teresa. You know, they act as a fool, and then it's, oh ho, boo hoo, poor me. I'm the OG, you know. But I didn't like the way Tamara acted this year, especially because you're a grandma, you're getting older. You know, it's like she just acts a fool sometimes, and she's always showing off her tater tots.
Oh my God, those little things. I'm like, put them away, Tamra.
I know. I don't know. Maybe because Gina's younger, and I don't know. I don't know the dynamic.
God, but Shannon, can we talk about Shannon Bedore? Shannon Storms Bedore. You naughty girl. I saw the video of you.
I can't. When they were like,
Archie.
She parked her car and got her dog.
You better be careful with Archie.
He's an old soul.
I will take him if you can't take care of him. Archie did not deserve that.
He looked like he was in the car. That's when that happened. He probably was perked his little ears up. Like, what happened?
She was probably off of the Casamigos.
Yes. She probably had a Casamigos in the car to go.
Thankfully, she's okay. But gosh, Shannon, we can't be doing that no more. You guys, you need to get an Uber or a Lyft, or you guys have drivers now. I mean, no more of that. That was our last hurrah.
I know. I really wonder what's going through her head, because in this couple of episodes too, she was creaming on Gina about her whole DUI situation that happened like 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago now at this point. So it's like, you're in the fresh of it now. You're in the thick of it.
Well, one thing I want to say is, when you are, let's say we're going to set to film 10 days, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week for 3 months.
Yeah.
You got to think the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, everything is being watched. Everything is being listened to, everything. So if you say something and then later on down the line be like, no, I didn't say that, you are on film. Like,
yes.
And then if not, I would say, you know what, I don't recall. And then let's play back a clip and remind me. But you can't say, oh no, I didn't say that, because you half of the time y'all said it.
She's infamous. Oh, I know. Tamara, when she was like, I didn't say that, and then they would roll footage, and I was like,
I love when they do that, because you just got moted. Like, see?
Yes. And she does a lot of shit talking behind the back. Tamara does. I'm like, just own it. Everybody's gonna see it anyways. Like, she was being pretty rude to Heather this season. I'm like, but it wasn't like it was nice to her face and then rude behind her back. Like, I didn't get that, you know. And then she was like, and that's the other thing. I don't know. Heather is in a whole nother category. I think she just needs to jump ship, just like, what's the other one? The new one who came from Beverly Hills and then now is on the OC. Taylor. She needs to do that. She needs to leave the OC, and she needs to get on with the other cast.
Beverly Hills.
Yes, she can be the new Lisa Vanderpump, because she's in that category up there.
I'm with you 100%. I think that'd be a great trade-off.
For sure.
Heck yeah.
Because these women, no offense, but they're in different categories.
Well, you know, they just bought that penthouse in LA, so I wouldn't.
That. So I saw that
$14 million apartment, and it's 2 bedrooms.
I know.
I'm like, it's crazy, but I just, for that amount of money, I would expect, 5, 6, 7, just personally, but nonetheless, if you got it, hey, all power to you. But
too, because they have 2 other kids that are still at home, right? So it's like,
I thought
why
they
did
just went to college.
the 2 last ones? No, I thought the 2 older
No?
ones went to college, and then they have 2 more because she was like,
Oh,
"Oh, 50% of our kids are our family is gone." So there's 2 more. So why would you have a 2-bedroom loft or whatever it is when you still got
do
but
they?
come on. They could probably have a house still in OC
That's what I
or
was gonna
they're
say. Do they?
renting. But that's the thing though too about real estate out in LA is you're not going to get the same thing cuz you know who actually gave them or showed them that is who was it? Was it
The guys from the show?
no, who
No,
was it Oppenheim Group who helped them, right? With that
the Altman, the
the
guy from
Altmans, that's who it
yeah,
was. Yes.
the guy from the $1 Million Listing.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
probably gonna like the way that they show the homes being sold, like on their next season, they're probably gonna show
It does,
um
yeah.
mhm,
Next. Which will
show
be
those
weird.
that
That's what I'm
home.
saying. That's what I'm saying. And they sold that house for $55 million.
Have you been watching Sunset or Selling OC on Netflix yet?
No, you know what? I only watched the first season. I haven't caught up on the second season yet.
Well, just think, no, this is like it's not like it's the Oppenheim Group, but in
Right.
Orange County.
Yes.
Orange
Yeah.
County,
I know.
that's where the money is. These are 40-50 million dollar
Yes.
homes, and just because you are overlooking that water, watch
I
when we have some
know.
type of earthquake, some type of whatever, you're gonna be the first to go.
You're going to be swimming with the fishies.
But hey, like I said, if you got it, I'm
I
all for it.
know, but I guess that's what you do, you know, when you have money like that, especially with Heather and her husband because they've moved a lot. They buy
They've been
land
moving all season, all
every
all the different seasons. Yeah.
every time. Yes, their house is still being made. And then I think if anything too, they were looking for property in Cancun or Mexico, somewhere over there to build a custom house out there. So yeah,
Oh, to give
they're
to the kids, huh?
yes, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
vacation home type of, yeah, I remember that.
Somewhere where they can all go and meet and stuff. So, you know, I get it. Once you have, again, money like that, real estate is easy to come up because they sold that house for $55 million. Like, it's crazy. They pocketed money
That's
to go
crazy.
live in a little 2-bedroom loft. And here
That
we can't even get into a $400,000.
man, I'm gonna have to need 8 jobs and an OnlyFans. So y'all subscribe there too. Please.
I'm telling you, like these people, I'm like, can I just rent like a utility closet? Can
I
I
mean, please. You got a back house? A pool house?
something? Oh my gosh, I know. But on that note, you know, I'm gonna have to go binge watch. I didn't get the other one. I have to go watch the second episode of the reunion. I think it comes out this Wednesday, right? Tomorrow.
Yes,
No, no, no.
Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow. And then I got to catch up on the newest episode also of
Okay.
Salt Lake City. And I haven't even, I'm telling you, it's just been a very, very busy month, but there's so much to catch up on. I love fall TV. I sound like such an old person,
You
but
see
I
the
love,
pumpkins in the background over here?
yes, I
My little
know.
pumpkins I'm bringing in the season.
That's it. You only got pumpkins?
I got some skulls downstairs too. Just sculling it up, you know?
Just to scare up the place.
Just a little ghouls and goblins, I'd say.
I know. Well, you've got a busy
All right.
month because, you know, you're out here running the streets celebrating your
And
month-end birthday.
and I'm tired already. And we're not even halfway through.
I know.
I didn't ask for this.
Yes, you did. I don't
I
even want to hear
did.
no
I
excuses.
did. I actually
Because
did.
you did. You're like, meet me here Sunday, and then I'm going on a trip, and then when I come back, we're gonna go on another one. Like, no, you signed up.
I did, and I planned. I made
Yes,
the plans. I did it. I admit it. I'm wrong. I did
yes.
it.
Well, hopefully
Okay.
this next episode we can get you live in studio. Even though
Yeah,
it's
I'll
not
be
really a
back.
studio, but
I want to be
yeah,
back. I miss it.
I know. But we'll have to
Oh,
also. What? Tell me.
maybe we can make a little snacky poos while I'm there. You know, we wanted to
Yes.
do that.
Yes. You know what would be so cute is because I keep seeing it all over TikTok and I want to be like them.
Hmm.
Is have you seen how they've been making those charcuterie boards with like the little skeleton on it?
Oh,
On
yeah.
the plate. We totally have to do that, like, just for a
Okay.
snack, but I just thought it would be super cute, but we have to figure something out.
I know how to make the rose with the salami.
Ooh, you fancy, boo.
Hey,
That's
I
why I keep
try.
that's why I keep you around, is 'cause you fancy, boo.
All right, guys, until next time.
Yes, well, you enjoy your birthday weekend, even though your birthday is on Monday, so,
Yes.
again, you're celebrating another weekend with your birthday. It's like, no wonder why I can't
Thank
get you
you.
in studios, because you be running the streets.
Well, thank you for everybody taking their time to hang out with me.
Yes.
And
We'll
until
catch
next
you on the
time.
next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, bye.